Hey guys! Oh my god, that was so bad. Hey guys. Hold on. Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Shays Ashante back with another tutorial, and this one is actually pretty special to me because as you can see, don't I look a little lighter and shinier, right? I got a new ring light. I actually got two of them and I'm really excited. So I can use one for home and then one for traveling. Like, genius.
Sorry. Like,
Ignore, that's my dog, y'all. Ignore him. He wants attention. But yeah, so I got a new ring light and I got the Wahala palette from Juvia's Place. Not only did I get the Wahala one, but what? I had to get two. Well, my boyfriend got me two. So, love you, babe. Mwah. So, yeah, in today's video, I'm going to be going through the Wahala palette, creating a look with it. I also got some products from BoxyCharm that I haven't reviewed yet. So, stick around. We're going to review some products from BoxyCharm as well. Having a dog is like having a child. Mind you, I have a child. So now it's like I have two children. And the dog acts like an insane child from hell. But yeah, so starting with the eyebrows, we're going to go in with our NYX Control Freak Gel. And yeah, I feel like my eyebrows are growing. I don't know if it's because of this stuff or it's all in my head, but yeah. If it's all in my head, keep it there because to me, they're growing. Just gonna fan them out. So now I'm gonna go in with my Anastasia Dipbrow Pomade and my spoolie. I'm just gonna go ahead and shape my eyebrows and fill them in. I actually need new pomade, so if you guys have any recommendation on better pomade, or if you think that I should stick with the Anastasia brand, comment down below and let me know, because I'm always willing to try new products and explore new products. Even if it's a product that you're scared to try and you want me to try it, I'll try it for you guys. Just let me know and we can have a video on it. We could talk about it. I'll tell you if I like it, if I don't like it. Normally I like everything though. I was like, oh my god, I love this. The eyebrow that I did to the eyebrow that I didn't do, and I just love like the natural look that it gives. And I'm just gonna go ahead and fill out the little spaces that aren't filled out. I always remember to go into brush into hair like strokes. Brush into hair like strokes. And even I'm gonna create a little wispies. I don't know what they're called. Wispies, little fake hairs. I'm gonna create those. And like I said, I always follow my natural brow bone. I never go above. I never go too little. Like, I just follow my natural brow bone. Like, a lot of people always say, how do you get your eyebrows? I just follow my natural brow bone. I'm loving this ring light, by the way. Like, I'm absolutely loving it. I will link down below where my boyfriend and my brother got them from. It was them two that got me the ring lights. I'm so in love. Here come the better quality videos. So now that my eyebrows are nice and filled out, and they're to the shape that I want them, I'm gonna go in with my Juvia's Place I Am Magic Concealer in shade number 13. Yes, I've expressed this in many videos before, so I just won't say it. I won't say it. I promise I won't. I'm just gonna go on with the rest of the video without saying it. I'm just gonna go ahead and conceal my eyebrow and just kind of clean up, you know, the excess hair, shape it up to where I want it to be. And I do this very lightly in like short strokes. Take my time and really just define my brow. And the one thing about this concealer, it just goes on so smooth. You really don't need a lot. Like, I don't even take from the bottle, I take from the spoolie. And as you can see, a little goes a long way. I'm going to go ahead and bring that product down and start blending it out into my eyelid. So now that my concealer is blended out and I'm loving the shape of my eyebrows, I'm going to take my little fluffy, I just call this my blender eye brusher thingy. I don't really have a name for it. It broke off of something, so I found a use for it. Just going to go ahead and blend out my concealer. And this also helps set your eyelids for application for eyeshadow. Can't speak tonight. Eyeshadow. Make sure you blend all that product out. You don't want to look like your eyebrows are a 3D dimension off your face. Elizabeth Mott Thank Me Later eye primer. Love this stuff. Absolutely love this stuff. I have another one that I kind of compared the two. It's that. It's that stuff. And it is a long wear sticky base pigment, and it is sticky. So I mainly use it for like glitter palettes or whatever. But for like everyday eyeshadow use, I definitely use the Thank Me Later by Elizabeth Moth that I did get in a BoxyCharm box a couple months ago. So this stuff is really good. It really makes your eyeshadow pop. And like I always say with all my products, a little does go a long way. So and it's not like a heavy cream. It's very light, very smooth. You don't need a lot. And yeah, it doesn't leave like a white residue like some of these pigments, sticky base pigments do. They leave like a residue that I don't like, but this one doesn't, so that's good. A little break and cheers. Of the eyeshadow. I'm really excited to use this because if you know me, you know I've been trying to get my hands on this palette for so long. And every time that I would go on their website to order it, it was sold out. Or like I would buy something else. I'm just like, I don't need it right now. This palette's better. And then I'd go on Instagram and I'd see tutorials and I'm just like, I could have had the Wahala palette. But thanks to my babe, he got me the Wahala palette. And we are going to start off with one. And like I said, translation, drama. I love that. And the palette is so pretty. Like, look at the artwork on it. That is one thing I do love and appreciate about Juvia's Place palettes. Their artwork on their palette is amazing. Like, I think one of these days I'm going to try to recreate one of those little figures that they have on their palette because they're just so beautiful and it's just so amazing. But yeah, this is the palette. Look at that. Look at the colors. Oh my gosh. Give you guys a close up. Like, I just needed to get my hands on this palette. Like, I needed to have it in my collection. As much as I would love to jump right into the Wahala palette, I have to give it a base. And I'm going to go ahead and start with the Afrique by the Juvia's Place. And like I said, I saw that shimmery bluish greenish color and I was feeling it. So we're going to give my eyes a green base. And I'm just so excited. Like, look, I'm just jumping right in there. I'm not even telling y'all what I'm doing. I'm just jumping in. Okay, so we're going to give our eyes a green base. And we're just going to tap, 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 tap that in right under our brow bone, not above, right under, because once we're done, we're gonna blend it out. So I've been told that I need to tone down a little bit, like, and I do believe that. Like, I'm very much bold with my makeup colors. Like, I love a bold look. Mind you, I don't wear it out. Like, I do it for like tutorial purposes and like my makeup page, but I want to start doing more subtle looks, like bridal looks and everyday looks. So, you know, if there's any makeup classes out there that are giving soft glam and bridal looks, let me know. Comment down below because your girl here wants to learn. Now we're just going to go ahead and we're going to take a fluffy blending brush. We're just going to go ahead and blend that green out right up to our brow bone. And the reason I'm not going crazy with the base or said transition color, because like I said, that green bluish color that I showed you in the Wahala palette is going to be enough. Like, it is going to make our eyes pop. Like, I definitely have a feeling we're going to freak over that palette. So we are going to do a subtle transition slash base color, and we're going to let that shimmery color do the job, do the work. I'm just gonna blend, blend, blend. That's another thing I've been told too. I've been told I need to work on my blending, and I appreciate all constructive criticism. Like, keep them coming. Let me know. Like, girl, the way you do your foundation is not it. Like, let me know. I need to know these things. Can't be walking around looking like Boo Boo the Fool. It works. Criticism works, guys. Take it. Just own that shit. But yeah, so I'm gonna go in with my cut crease now, and what I usually cut my cut creases with is the e.l.f. 16-hour camo. Who else knew that e.l.f. standed for eyes, lips, and face? Because I just found out literally like a couple days ago, and I'm sharing that with y'all because I trust y'all not to laugh at me. But if y'all didn't know that either, comment down below, because I just thought e.l.f. standed for someone's last name or stand for like an acronym. I just know it was eyes, lips, and face. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and cut our cut crease. And normally I get so quiet in this part because I take my time. And I make the ugliest faces, so excuse me, y'all. I didn't even mention, like, how was everybody's Christmas? What did you guys get? Christmas was weird this year because of COVID. Like, I'm used to like going to different people's houses, and like my daughter going to her grandparents and then her dad's house, and then, you know, we have places to go. But like, Christmas was like so weird because we didn't do anything. Like, we opened gifts and we stayed home, which I'll take that back. It wasn't weird. It was just like, it was different. It was different. Yeah. I swear this whole year has just been different. It has just been I can't wait for 2020 to be over. And I'm not saying that because I feel like 2021 is going to be better. Like, I don't know why people think that because of a new year, your problems are not going to be waiting at the next year's door. But I just feel like 2021 was just a mess. From the time y'all was fighting over them goddamn chicken sandwiches to up until now, it was a damn mess. Earlier in the video, I said lighter and I meant brighter. The ring light makes me look brighter, and that's what I want for a better quality video. So yeah, auto correction. Just gorgeous, and we're not even done yet. So like I said, I have another eyelid primer, but it's a sticky base, so I couldn't say the name before, so it's Primero primer. I hope I said that right. That's what it is. And it's a sticky base primer. And like I said, I don't use it unless I am using it for like glitter base, and we are. So I'm going to take a little bit and put it on like a flat brush that I use to pat down my concealer. I'm going to put it on like a little flat fluffy brush. And this concealer, I don't know if you can see, but it does come out like a good like natural skin tone color. So I do like that. But it gets really, really sticky. So you do not want to put a lot. And you do want to let it dry a tad bit. It's kind of like eyelashes. So you know how they say when you put the glue on your eyelashes, you need to let it get tacky? That's the same thing with this. Let this get a little bit tacky before you put something, like put a product on it. Because if not, it'll get clumpy. And I've experienced that. And we don't want a clumpy eyeshadow, especially if we don't put all this work into it. Not with the Wahala palette. Honey. We will not have no clumping over here. I'm gonna go ahead and pat that in. And yeah, I'm gonna let that dry for a bit. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. It's time. Ah! I cannot wait to create so many crazy, wonderful, beautiful looks with this palette. But for today, we're gonna go in with the Yanga, this one. Ugh. And I'm gonna take the same brush that I used to pat down the primer because it's already sticky. I'm gonna go ahead in and look at that. This is my first time using this palette, so be amazed with me, everybody. Ready? Oh, oh my God! Look at it! Oh my God! Oh, this is so beautiful. I'm not even like, y'all probably like, girl, there is nothing on your eye for you to be. No, like, y'all don't understand. I prayed for this palette. Like, I begged the makeup gods for this palette. Oh my gosh, look at that pigment. Look at that shine. Like, that is so pretty. This was a good choice. This was definitely a good choice. Yes. Look at that. Look at that. Like, this is so pretty. And I'm even looking at this palette and like, I kind of want to touch this blue right here. And we are going to touch that blue. So I'm going to take another clean fluffy brush. Going to dip it into that blue very lightly. I'm going to put it right there, like at the corner of my eye, just to kind of give it some depth. And it does. Oh my gosh. This palette is amazing. And I didn't even like play with all the colors yet. And it already has a 10 out of 10 in my book. Just off these colors alone. Like, it's giving me mermaid vibes. Little Ariel who? She could never. Yo, shut. So for the white, I just used the NYX Vivid Brights. And this is just a vivid white. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyeliner and I'm gonna do my eyeshadow and we're gonna come back and we're gonna throw this foundation on. So my eyeliner is done. I keep knocking this ring light over the place. I'm not used to it being in front of me. And I just want to show you guys a little trick that I use for my eyeliner. I've recently picked it up again because I thought I was a professional with the eyeliner and one was going that way and one was going that way. So yeah, what I do is I get tape and I just put it right under, well, I'll show you. I put it right under my like waterline and I get as messy as I want with my eyeliner because with the tape, oh, her eye. Oh God, it's not coming off. I'm like this forever. See how sharp it makes it? And it's even, it's sharp. Like I don't have to do no cleaning up. I won't do no cleaning. So I went ahead and cleaned off my face. I cleaned off any product that may have like fell down from my eyes. And while I'm waiting for my eyelashes to dry, I'm gonna go ahead and start prepping my face. And I love this Farasali Quench Serum. This stuff, I got this in a BoxyCharm, not this month's BoxyCharm. I'll let you guys know the products that I use that I got from this month's BoxyCharm. They'll be coming up in a minute. But yeah, this stuff is amazing. It's a Quench Moisture Replenish Serum. And it's like such a lightweight serum. Like it's easy to apply. Just like I said, a little goes a long way. I just put it in these areas of my face. And it's such a lightweight serum. Like it's not sticky, it's not heavy. And I go ahead and rub that in and already. Like even when I'm not doing my makeup, I use this serum for like everyday use. Like especially after like my skincare routine, I'll go ahead and just throw this on because it just gives your face that like wet, not wet, but like that moisturized feeling. Not wet, moisturized. And it's soft and I just love it. I'll be sad when I run out because I have to actually go buy it. Oh yeah, so I'm just gonna moisturize that or massage that into my face. I got this in BoxyCharm. It is called Elemis Superfood Moisturizing Glowing Primer. I got this month. I got this in this month's BoxyCharm. I haven't used it yet, but I do want my skin to glow, so we're gonna use it, and we're just gonna put very little product because, like I said, I haven't used it before. I'm gonna put it in the same places that I put my moisturizing serum. We're gonna go ahead in and massage that in. Oh, oh wow, that just disappears right into your skin. Oh yeah, I like that. And I see a glow. I actually see a glow. It looks smooth. It feels smooth. And it smells amazing. It smells like a moisturizing lotion. Yeah, I like this. I will be adding this into my everyday skincare routine. Yeah, I don't want my forehead to be too shiny. So another thing that I like to use on my face before I put on any makeup or just in my everyday like facial routine is the Murad hydration, and this is hydrodynamic ultimate moisturizer for your eyes. So it goes under your eyes, and this stuff I cannot speak today. You know what? It was that cup of that juice that I had. This stuff is amazing. It's really light, and I apply it right there under my eyes, and a little goes a long way. And instantly, like I see the puffiness go away. Don't you just make the ugliest faces? Like when you're doing something like the only thing I got in this month's BoxyCharm that I showed in today's video was the LMS Superfood, which 9 out of 10 I recommend. I say 9 out of 10 because I am definitely starting to see the shine. And woo girl, when that forehead get the glowing, it get the glowing. But yeah, this does say what it does. It will make. I don't want to play with. My dog wants me to. No, leave me alone. Yeah, so my eyelids are done, and I'm absolutely loving how everything came together. My skin is prepped. It feels so soft and it's so glowy. I'm ready for my foundation. So now I'm gonna go in with my Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth, and this is in shade 322 Warm Honey. Um, I've expressed before that I didn't really like the dewy and smooth. I like the matte and poreless, but I've changed my mind. You're allowed to change your mind. I've changed my mind. I don't mind the dewy and smooth. You know why? Because I don't put a lot of product on. And I think that's where I was messing up at. I don't put a lot of product on. And I feel like a little goes a long way. And I know you're like, oh, you always say that about all your products, but isn't it not true? Like, a little goes a long way. And I realized with the dewy and smooth, the reason why I didn't like it was because it was just too much. I was putting too much product on myself. So I toned it down a bit, and now it is my new go-to foundation for everyday use. A dab here, a dab there, blend it out real good, and voila. It's just the perfect amount of dewy, just the perfect amount of smooth. I don't look like a porcelain baby doll. Like, I don't know. I don't like that look. I want to look as natural as possible with a pop of eyeshadow. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and blend that out. Oh, and if you guys are wondering where I got my nails from, I will link that down below. I absolutely love if they're called Chiquita nails, I will link it down below. I absolutely love getting my nails from her. Like, she has the best press-on nails in the area that I'm in, the Lehigh Valley area. So yeah, I'll link that down below and you can check out her Instagram page. Now I'm gonna go in with my Juvia's Place I Am Magic concealer in shade number 13. The same concealer that I use to conceal my eyebrows, I'm gonna use for a undertone concealer. I won't say it. I'm not gonna say it. I promise you I won't say it. Y'all probably watching this like, she's gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. Y'all already know how I feel about this concealer. It is what it says it is. So those are the only places that I conceal. I don't normally go so much. Oh, I've learned some tricks about concealing too. Concealing in the corner of your eyes lifts your face up. Like, is there a correct way to put on your like foundation? Like, what do you guys do? Do you guys do foundation first, then concealer? Or do you do your foundation, like your face first and then your eyeshadow? I tried that the one time and everything, like all my eyeshadow just got on my foundation. I had to end up wiping it off. So, but if it works for you, if you got like tricks on how it works, like let me know. But this is how I've always done my like makeup routine. I've always done my eyes first. Like I start from the bottom of the top and then work my way down. So eyebrows, eyes, eyelashes, face, lips, setting spray, then we're done. Do you guys get dressed before you do your makeup or after? I get done after. I learned this cool trick about putting a bag over your head, but we're not going to get into that. No, we're not going to get into that. No, you won't die from it, but it's a pretty cool trick. I did it and it worked. Oh, and I got these like cool brushes from Five Below. They're like infused with oils. So this brush I'm using is infused with vitamin E oil. Then you have an infused tea tree oil and then infused argan oil. And it's supposed to help with the process of blending. And I think it does. Like, look at that. That is great blending work. Oh, and I got these like cool brushes from Five Below. They're like infused with oils. So this brush I'm using is infused with vitamin E oil. Then you have an infused tea tree oil and then infused argan oil. And it's supposed to help with the process of blending. And I think it does. Like, look at that. That is great blending work. I'm gonna go in with my contour next. I'm using the Juvia's Place shade stick, and this is in shade Abidjan. I found out how to say it, so it's Abidjan. There you go. I think. I hope. Lord, forgive me. I'm sorry if I messed that up. But yes, I'm just gonna go ahead in and contour. And I love these shade sticks as a contour. If you watch any of my like previous videos, like I expressed about like my journey finding these and how I got the wrong shade, but I found the use for them, which was contour. So yeah, I use these to contour. NYX Bear With Me spray. I spray all my brushes before makeup application and it just goes on smoother. It just brings everything together. Like I love that. I learned that trick. So I'm passing it on to you guys. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and blend out my contour. My contour. And I've learned in a makeup class to blend up, not down. That's what I'm gonna be doing. And yes, we gotta make the ugly faces. Duck lips. If your man walks in the room while you're doing your makeup, just, oh, babe, what my makeup? What you want? He'll walk out. I'm telling you, he won't want nothing from you. He'll forget what he was coming in there to ask you for. He's gonna be like, what the fuck is wrong with her face? So after my contour is done and it's just giving my face that definition that I love and want, I'm going to go in with my Orfra. I hope I'm saying that right. Ofra banana powder. And I got this in this month's BoxyCharm and I sampled it the other day. I love this stuff. So I've been like on a hunt for an amazing banana powder. And I believe in another video I showed you guys some stuff that I don't really like to use, but I use it. And I don't like it. It's messy. It's too light for my face. But this stuff, I'm going to show you guys in a minute. This stuff is like, it's like cake. It's amazing. Like, I love it. So I'm going to take my all over brush, and this is the brush I use to just clean up my face. I'm going to take my all over brush and apply it to the banana powder. And look at that. Look at that. Like, that's what I want in a banana powder. That's what I'm looking for in a banana powder. I don't want you to know the difference between my contour and my eyes. Like, no. I want it all to blend. And that's what I'm looking for in a banana powder. This is it. Ofra, OFRA, whoever you guys are, shout out to y'all because this is what I am looking for in a banana powder. And this stuff is so good that I don't even need to use a setting powder for it. I'm going to use a setting powder to cut my contour, but like this stuff is, and it goes on so smooth. Like that's one thing I love in a makeup, if it goes on smooth. Like I don't want to fight to get product. Like look at that. That is coverage, y'all. That is what I call coverage. And like as you can see, like this is amazing. Like this banana powder is amazing. I'm gonna go ahead in with my Juvia's Place I Am Magic setting powder, and this is in shade Gobi. If you've seen any of my previous videos before, then you know that this stuff is like it's cracking a bottle. I'm just gonna say it. This stuff is good. Good. And I like it because it doesn't give you like that harsh like setting powder look. It really just blends into your skin. And I'm just gonna go ahead in and define my cheekbone with it. I'm gonna let that sit for a little bit just to really give it that defined look. And I'm even gonna go ahead, even though the banana powder did its job, I'm gonna go ahead in with very little setting powder and just get right here under the eyes just to kind of wake them up a little bit. Like my dark circles under my eyes are hereditary, so there's no getting rid of them. No matter what cream or serum I use, they're there. I learned to love them, accept them, and also hide them. So I'm taking that same all over brush that I used to apply the banana powder, and I'm just going to wipe off the excess setting powder. And really no particular emotion. I'm just making sure that it's all off. Really gonna get under the eyes because you don't want that like white cakey like shadow that sometimes happens. And so yeah, we're just really gonna take our time and just, like I said, this brush is called the all over face brush for a reason. Take our time and just blend everything out and make everything look presentable. Now I'm going to go in with my NYX Sweet Cheeks Matte Blush, and this is in Bang Bang. Normally I would go in with my Juvia's Place concealer, Juvia's Place blush palette, but I feel like this blush was it's subtle. And, you know, I feel like the eyes itself are saying enough. So I wanted a subtle blush. Yeah, I do put it over my nose. Don't ask me why. I just see people do it, so I do it too. Man, I really try to get the cheeks and up into the, like normally where I would put like highlighter, so it can just like kind of all come together. Look at that. That is so pretty. That is, this right here right now is my new favorite highlight palette. It's called the Beauty Creations Cali Glow, and I got it in last month's BoxyCharm, so in November's BoxyCharm. Yeah, this palette for highlight is, look at the variation of colors. Like you have everyday, you have like you want to shine but just not too much, and then you have like the going out look. Like I love it. So I'm gonna go with the everyday look. That's my normal highlight look. I don't want to be too glowy. Yeah, and just look how subtle that is. Like I love that. It is so subtle, and it's still like it still shines. It still glows. So shout out to BoxyCharm for the goodies every month, because y'all got a girl's makeup room looking like a salon. I'm gonna get the news. I'm just gonna go ahead and pack some of this highlighter on because I just love the way it glows. So our look is almost complete. We are almost done. Last thing we're gonna do, oh, and I sprayed my face already with the NYX Bear With Me's setting spray. It's like, that to me is like a multi-purpose spray. I use it for everything. But yeah, so for my lips, I was thinking we're not gonna go crazy. We're just gonna do a nice natural like kind of ombre. And of course, I always go in with my Anastasia liquid lipstick, and this is in shade Malt. And I always line my lips with that. And then I'm gonna fill my lips in with the Maybelline matte satin lipstick, and this is in Velvet. I really like this one. This is a very natural a natural lip. And I love the Anastasia Malt for lining. Like it just hair. Very natural looking. Who else wishes they had a Cupid's bow? And this is it, guys. This is the final look. And I absolutely love, 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 love how this came out. I am in love with the Wahala palette. I'm in love with it. Like, once again, Juvia's Place, you guys outdone yourself. Like, it's so pigmented. It's so rich. Like look at the color. Look at that. That like amazing. I will link everything down below that I use. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Like this video, share, comment. Tell me if you guys have the Wahala palette 1 and 2. Tell me if you guys like it. If you don't like it, like tell me what kind of looks you want me to create with this palette. Like talk to me, guys. Let me know, because I'm just in love. You know what I'm gonna say? Like, this look needs to go to Target. Target needs to see this look, y'all. But yes, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Instagram, Shades of Shantae. Follow me on TikTok, Shades of Shantae. And thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.